And I just did a whole intro with my mic muted. Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Hope we're doing all right. A little better than me, of course, I hope. Because seems like I am tired. Maybe a little sleepy, a little snoozy. But I'm hanging in there. I'm here tonight. I'm here to play some games and, you know, get that entertainment going. Um, yeah, it recently occurred to me. It's been a while since I've cracked open the old Pokemon Scarlet. I got it when it came out. I played it for a while, kind of forgot about it, played some other games. Seems like I'm playing a lot of games that I already own and have replayed a lot. Seems like a conundrum for a lot of folks. Just playing games they already have instead of playing anything new. So I figured, how would I finish this game I got like a few months ago? Hey, probably a good idea. Um, I'm here sitting in a streamer party in the streamer nest, so if anybody would like to pop in and commentate along with me, that is welcome. If not, that's fine too. I'll probably just be talking to myself for the next 3 hours anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I was playing a bit just by myself last night. I guess I'll preface with I played a little bit on stream. Gosh, I don't even remember. Probably a few months ago. Let me check actually. I don't want to be inaccurate here. But I played a while ago. Didn't do too much in there. I think most of what I did was challenging either a gym or Team Star. Did a lot of roaming. I know I was trying to fight a lot of what is it? Metatites. To see if I could find a shiny one. Had no luck. Still haven't had any luck. In fact, I forgot about that quest. Oops. I got the VOD up here. Let's see. I was doing that shiny hunting. My Switch just turned off. Oopsie. I challenged Team Star a few times. Looks like I failed a little bit. I failed a lot of it actually. Either that or I challenged multiple Team Stars. I tried fighting Arvin a few times. I fought the principal a few times. It appears that I won. I believe. Can't say for sure. Maybe. I'm kind of just panning through this last VOD. Last VOD was mid-December, by the way. So it's been a 2 months, roughly. It's not look like I won. But yeah, seems like I was mostly, for the most part, banging my head against a wall. But otherwise not terrible. Made progress on those team stardoms. Anyway, between then and now, I've beaten all the twin star gyms. I beat the, I guess, Team Star quest line, because there were three major ones: the Team Star, the Titan Pokemon, and the Champion Road stuff. Let me know if the game is too loud and if you can hear the feedback through my mic, because that's not supposed to happen. So yeah, between that, I could just say, I completed all three quest lines. I did the Team Star one first. I saw Penny being the leader of, spoilers, I saw Penny being the leader of Team Star from like 3 miles away. Although the stuff with everybody but my character being surprised that the principal was Clive was funny. I did that, then I finally went to go beat Arvin, who I had a lot of trouble with, but then I used that little brain cell I got in my noggin and was like, oh yeah, type advantages, and then I beat his butt. That was the last thing in his questline, and then I went through the Elite Four. Or I guess first I went through the champion interview, which was new and interesting. And I was really tempted to, the last question was just, do you like Pokemon? And I was so tempted just to say, no. I was deathly curious. But I passed that, I beat the Elite Four. And then I, went ahead, beat the champion. I feel really bad that I forget her name. But big black hair lady. And then Nimona had her cheek pressed up against the glass as I was walking out of the champion place. It was like, I can kill you now. And then she lost. And then it really felt like she was gonna personally kill me. But, you know, it all worked out. And then Arvin gave me a phone call. He was like, hey gang, I gathered up a team to go into the I don't know what to call it, Area Zero or something. I just want to call it the crater. Gathered up a team to go in the crater. Let's go. So, I guess that's where I'm going next. But, that was the last story beat I left off of. The last thing I was doing, just in the game, I remembered that Oricorio was a Pokemon, and I like the Bylay style a lot, and I wanted to try and find a shiny one, which so far has yielded results. And before you ask, no, I don't have the attention span to complete the Pokedex and get the shiny charm. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna beat my head against a wall, and then be upset when I am done looking for a shiny Oricorio, and then roaming around I find a random shiny Banette, and then get upset. Which totally didn't happen. Anyway. Oh yeah, I did also want to catch another Pokemon. Let's see if I can find it now. Also, spoiler for the stream, I'm not good at Pokemon. So, you might have to deal with me taking a few minutes every now and then to look something up, like a type advantage or a help on a quest line or something, because I'm not very good at this game. I remember some of the type advantages. Like, of course, there's the basic triangle, the fire, grass, water. I know that the erosion rule, which is the water beats rock, I think. I don't know. But after that, oh yeah, and dragon, and then ice and fairy also beat dragon. But past that, I don't know. I can't be trusted to memorize off the top of my head. What are you? You're gone, that's what you are. Okay. I wouldn't mind finding a shiny Swablu. Shiny Swablu is pretty cool too. It's golden instead of blue. But yeah, I'm gonna go look for this Pokemon that I wanted to catch real quick, and then we're gonna get into the crater. Gonna go meet Arvin and his mystery gang, which I know exactly who it is. It's probably Penny and Nimona, because they're my only other two friends ever. I'm falling. But let me put Discord into this window and chat into this window, and you can go into this one. I'm trying to get over to this Pokemon Center. This gas station. Ah, there you are. And then I can go north from here. Nope. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'll talk to Nurse Joy. Also, my team's probably not balanced, and I don't care. You're not what I want. Ah! Those things are aggressive. You know that. Like, on sight, they will attack you. Oh, you're what I want. You're like, exactly what I was looking for. That's a big level. I'm gonna shock you. You can't do that. Oh no, the battlefield got weird. I don't want to kill her. Don't kill me. You rat. You rascal. I don't want to do too much damage. Let's just try and frickin' catch. Half health, it's nighttime, Dusk Ball should be fine. Sorry if that was really loud, I just hit the mic with the back of my hand. Oh. Let's try again. Huh. Excuse me. You shared its guard with the time. Why? 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 Just kill me. Unless you want to get caught. I'm gonna drink some water. Oh, thank you. All it took was some hydration. That's a sign, folks, to drink. Drink water. I don't know what to call you. Kind of, predictable to name it D. Pokemon is called Indeedee. Oh, you Nano. Put on my party. Why not? I'm gonna bench you for a little bit, Mario. Wait, no! I didn't want to do that. Frick! Sorry. Hey! Alright, I guess we're going right into it. Dang, this moveset is bad. How dare. That's between. Now get me out of here. Whoa, it's hammered gremlin. Oh, hello. Okay. Yeah, knowing my luck during roaming battles today, I'm probably gonna find another shiny, and then it's not gonna be the one I want, and then I'm gonna cry. Although I did realize in this game there's no overworld prompt, or if you see a shiny, you just kind of have to see it visually. But yeah, I know there was one. There was like a little screen darken and a noise that played in Legends Arceus. But no such holds barred here. There's an elephant. They are tweaking out down there. Okay. What? Stop! Dude's running at me. Alright, so that's one of them caught. Where was I before? I forget. Hold on. I was... and next to Artazon, which is here. Here. I'm gonna do a quick look around for a few minutes for an Oricorio one more time. Probably battle a few. And then I'll get to the crater. Actually, let me fix Nano's moves real quick. How do I do that? Change moves, here we go. Remember, Psychic is pretty good to keep. I don't need Psybeam. I have a feeling Indeedee is not up to my playing style of me hit thing hard. And it's more of a setup Pokemon. Excuse me. I'm gonna immediately backpedal on decision, but I'm gonna take Nano out of my party. Is box empty? Yes. I'll put you right here. Here's where I keep all my special Pokemon. This is what I was talking about, by the way. This, shiny Bannet. Whatever. Oh, I'll put Dorothy on my team. Why not? Use a little level up. Alright. Oh, wait, I can put Dorothy in front, and then we can get some battles done with these Oricorios, defeat some, raise the shiny chance, and also level up potentially. If I can find any. Perhaps a shiny one. You. Oh, good. Electric moves are super effective. Dorothy's tiny. Game's chugging a little bit. I have to look out of the corner of my eye every time just because there are a few Pokemon here that are very dark in color that I mistake for a shiny Oricorio. Double take is the right word, by the way. And there's other bird Pokemon around here. During nighttime, it's only freaking Shuppet and Murkrow. The wrong bird Pokemon. I don't care about you. Disney's cute. I like Disney. Huh. Also, apologies if I'm ow. I just hit my hand if I'm somewhat I don't know, passive. Can we lock on just a little bit? Thank you. Okay, never mind. Just gonna try and get a Pokeball backstab, but whatever. I don't need it. What you looking at, Murkrow? You don't get your butt kicked, huh? No, you don't. What on earth are you? Don't pull your string at me. God. It's aggressive. Shiny Oricorio. it's pretty much like inverted colors, so the pink parts are black and the black parts are pink. And I think that looks cool. I'm not really the biggest fan of any of the other styles, because if you're unaware, Oricorio has 4 styles total of like 4 different dance types, and I forget how the variations are other than the location where you catch them. I feel like I remember that you could change them somehow in their original game Sun and Moon, but I do not remember how it was done. But you could do it, I think. I believe in this game if you just have to catch them in a specific location. But there's like the baile style, the pom-pom style, the sensu, and then a 4th one. I don't know. Sorry, 4th dance style lovers. I am ignorant. Why am I ignorant? I have the freaking wiki page pulled up right here. Hold on. Pom-pom, sensu, baile, and pow. I think that's how you say that. Pow. Which makes sense because Oricorio is the dancing Pokemon. Who would have thunk? Not me. But it was a pretty cool mechanic in Sun and Moon. I mean, it was very minor, but it was cool. Ew. Get ready to get discharged from the military. You served your time. I think that was the wrong usage of the word. Alright, I'm done. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go to the crater. Certain parts of this town just kill the Switch's frame rate. Can you help me, please? Thank you. Hey, look, there's Dayton on the top side. Oh, he's gone. Alright, that's not the map button. That's the map button. We're gonna go to... Here we go. We're going here. It's time to go into the crater. I'm probably underleveled. I don't care. Ooh, item. A guard spec, I use all of them. This can't be it, is it? Maybe it is. Oh, this is totally it. Yo, Arvin! Hey, over here! I don't remember what voices I gave these guys last time. I'm gonna just, replace them. This is the Zero Gate. It was made so researchers could try to observe the inside of the Great Crater of Paldea. What folks call Area Zero. It's our ticket down into the crater. Oh, and speaking of the crater, you know that Pokemon of yours? The one I gave you? Area Zero is apparently where Koraidon was born, or something like that. Maybe it'll be happy that it can finally come back home. Not that I really care or anything. Anyway, our 2 teammates should be waiting for us inside the Zero Gate. Guess we should head in. Let's go. The way home. Oh yeah, and he's got to find his parent that's in this crater or whatever. Excuse me. I'm tired. Starting to get a little bit of a headache, to be honest. Ooh, it's a laboratory. Whoa, kinda dark in here. Nimona! Hola, Lumi. Arvin said there'd be tons of strong Pokemon, so here I am. Once she heard she'd get to battle the awesome Pokemon, she was here in a second. You're an annoying little pest in the academy, but I guess you could come in handy for this. Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. She's gonna kill him. But more importantly, why is it so dark? And where's the awesome Pokemon? Yeah, it is weird that the lights are off. The last time I was here, the electricity was up and running. But now... Sorry. Well, now the lights are on. But why? I turned them on. Seems like they were on power saving mode. I hacked into the system controls and overrode the settings. Oh, it's you, the kid with the fluffy Eevee bag. I guess? My name's Penny. Well, hey, we never got to actually talk. I'm Nimona. I'm in Class 1A. I have problems forming sentences. You must be some kind of tech whiz. You like Pokemon battling too? You talk like way too much. The director introduced us. When you need someone with good tech, she's a no-brainer. Anyway, Penny here also agreed in a second when she heard it was to help Lumi. I'm not really the adventuring type, but I owe you, Lumi, and I pay my debts. She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that. And of course everyone knows me, Arvin. My loves include my Mastiff and cooking, and... biometric identification process. Hello, Lumi. I've been expecting you. It seems you've gathered a group of formidable allies as well. Sorry, who are you? That's my ma. Probably. What? That's Professor Seda? Nimona, student ID number 805C001. And Penny, student ID number 803B121. I thank you for coming. Of course, Professor. Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet you in person. I mean, maybe not in person exactly. Arvin, did you, tell your mom about us? When would I have done that? To begin with, I'd like to ask you all to make your way down into the great crater of Paldia. You can reach the lower chamber using the elevator. See to your right. Mom? Ma? Please proceed below. Are they not on good terms? Must not be. Well, there's nothing I can do about it except spin. I wonder if the professor's gotten any good at Pokemon battling. Guess we'd better proceed below, as requested. Sada used to be really famous. Everyone knew who she was. But she hasn't been in the media in, like, ages. Sorry if my mic's not picking up this dialogue. Excuse me. I'm here. Do I have a key? 1, 2, 3. Biometric identification in process. Identities confirmed. Access granted to the lower level. Oh, it opened for us automatically. Not quite. Looks to me like someone's controlling this thing remotely. Once you step through, you will be above Area 0. Lumi, you have brought Koraidon with you? No. I do not believe that can be the case. I identified its biometrics at your current location. Then why did you ask? If you utilize Koraidon's gliding capability, you should be able to descend into the depths to reach Area 0. What? Isn't there like an elevator or something? Now wait, did you say Koraidon can fly? It can glide, really fly. When you reach the bottom, I will get in touch once again. I hope your trip is uneventful. Railroading people into stuff just like always. Can't wait to see what Pokemon live down in Area 0. Let's go. He's about to jump off and go diving. That girl, is she, like, capable of fear or what? Pretty much. I guess we better go too. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my water there. Whoa, look, Lumi, this is even higher up than looking down from the top of a lighthouse. Lumi, ready for the worst? Oh. Well, we're all waiting on you. Just say the word as soon as you're ready. I can't see anything but clouds. How far down do you think this thing goes? You ready for the worst? Good, that's all we needed to hear. Get out that Pokemon of yours and we'll be off. Is everyone gonna ride it? This ledge is terrifying. What's the matter with it? Scared of heights. That's what I'd say. Well, no wonder. But no need to be scared if we go together. How does that logic work? Just on our phone. Get on! Oh my god. Okay, that's unsafe. I'm about to die. Okay, never mind. Okay, Penny's gonna die. She is sitting backwards. This is pretty cool, though. Oh, it's a normal-ass place. Cool. Smudge on my screen. And now I'm back here again. I think I might have died once or twice there. And you did choose to sit backwards. Hey, bud. Give me a kiss. Ah. Oh, okay. Chose to go back into its ball? It chose to go back into its ball? It's probably just hungry or something. Wait a second. Where's the student council girl? Probably fist fighting a Aragon or something. What, she's gone? You don't think she'd... Everyone, you have to see this! Area 0 is amazing! Come on already! Guess your ability would be own tempo, huh? Sorry, that was really funny. Biometric identification in process. 4 humans identified. Condition satisfactory. Vital signs all within normal range. Blood pressure rising. It appears you were able to make the descent without being harmed. Yeah, sure. Smooth sailing. Who could possibly complain about a landing like that? It is good. I had concerns you might fail, given the crudeness of the only available access method. I think your mom's sarcasm detector needs fixing. Aw, you were worried about us? That's so sweet. You should now make your way to me at the Area 0 lab, in the deepest part of Area 0. The Area 0 lab, in Area 0. However, the entrance to the lab is barred by 4 locks installed on the exterior, which I cannot unlock. Why? 4 locks? On your way to me, you must visit 4 research stations that were constructed inside the crater. Okay. At each station, you will be able to disable one of the locks. Do so as you make your way down. I hope you succeed. Thanks. Yes! Let's disable the 4 locks and get into that lab. Sounds kind of video gaming when you say it out loud, huh? Almost as if we're playing a video game. Come on, time to find our way to the deepest part of Area 0. Okay. So is everyone gonna get my pocket with me or something? Well. Oh. This is advanced for Game Freak. Everybody actually following me around. Is this not one of the things? Can I bring my boy out? No, he just doesn't want to come out. Being a little wuss. Are these not the science areas? Or the whatever, research labs? I don't know. I'm probably just avoiding the bottlenecking. Horse! Oh, Corviknight. I have not seen barely any Corviknights. I forgot how big these horses are. Excuse me. What's going on over here?
So this is the inside of the Great Crater. Feels different from just seeing it in our textbooks. It's so intense.
Normally we would never be able to get in here to see it for ourselves. Wait, where'd Oricorio go?
Seems like I got spooked by something that's hiding in its bowl.
In serio? That's not good.
Can we even get back to the surface without it? That should be alright. The last time I was here,
I caught That text is going real fast. Oh, I forgot Dorothy was leading the party. This should probably be better. Don't you chitter at me. Die. There we go.
why don't you just call the professor if she's down here? Don't you get along or something?
None of your business, Pipsqueak.
Jeez, no need to bite my head off. What are you getting all huffy for anyway?
Hey, come on, you two. This is an adventure. Let's have a good time. Anyway. There. Go. Oh, dang it. Here. Here. You can go here. Alright. I'm gonna have to read that dialogue fast. Jumpluff! Jumpluff used to be my favorite Pokemon. Corviknight. I feel like there's one flying above there. Either that or the Venonat. Leaf Storm. That's a Venonat. Never mind. Are the Giraffe Rigs aggressive? Raichu! Raichu was my second shiny. Technically, it was a Pikachu, but I evolved it, because I hate Pikachu. Another crystal tree over there. Naughty Mint. Ooh. I won't let me cross this. Oh, never mind. That's a lot of ducks. Oh, Vaporeon. Oh, I gotta trudge through. How can they walk so fast? Why are the Psyducks not picking a fight with them? For the... Those guys are aggressive. What's going on with these trees? Some bluffs. Cool satellite. Ah! Okay, they are aggressive. Good to know. Oh goodness, I definitely know that guy's aggressive. No. I keep mistaking these air sparkles as an item on the ground. Like an idiot. Oh. Hello. What you guys doing? Chilling? There we go. Can I take a picture with you guys? Simona, smile. Be a cool face. Make a pose. Do something cool. Blink! Okay. Be cool if they reacted to your camera or like struck a pose or something, but that's asking a lot, I know. Oh goodness. Wasn't I just over here? No, I was up there. I don't know, it's aggressive. Gonna hurt me? Hope not. Corviknight! Corviknight's pretty cool. Gosh, there's so many. They're all immediately aggressive whenever I pass by. So Penny, how'd you wind up with friends like Gloomy anyway? Huh? Well, I guess she really came through when I needed her. Everything was going off the rails. School was a mess, and my friendships with Lumi was being helpful sorting all that. Wow, so she helped you too? Well, she was tagging all the gyms. That's awesome. What about you then, Amona? Lumi and I are classmates, neighbors back home too. Plus, I said she should aim to be a champion, so she did. Now I got a champion blood. Wait, what? That's wild. Hold it right there, you two. You think you've got cool friendship origin stories with Lumi? Yeah, it's not compared to what me and her went through. Our friendship's on another level. Nobody asked you. Stop trying to flex on us. I guess we're all buds into the Lumi Club. Cool. Thanks for auto-saving. Here's the white Floette. I could find the other 4 colors, but I was missing this one. Boink. Dang. Did pretty good damage. Don't come. Okay. Hey! Ah! Yeah, I'm competitive. Premier Ball. It's the best. Because it's mostly white. Dang, okay. Sure. Cool. Can I not fall off that cliff? Thank you. Corviknight on the ground. What? Dang, those Corviknights are jumpy. Yes, they are birds. They're big. This Pokemon is pretty cool. Frostmoth. Can you turn around real quick, please? Ah! Dang it. Let's try to backstab it. Special attack and special defense. Interesting. And speed. What would fit best? Probably Premier Ball. It's a white colored Pokemon. Dang it. Stop setting out! Alright, get caught, please. Woo! Alright, what to name you? I know exactly what to name you. Oh, it's the first one caught, cool. I don't know what to name. Just kidding. I was thinking of something else. Oh god. Hello. Hopefully weather we're having. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse... Oh my god. This dude. That dude hates people. That little bug. Alucha. Alucha. More like... I don't know. Never mind. Player Blitz. Gallenberry. Ganlenberry. Another Corviknight. Ooh, Meditites. Still haven't gotten a shiny, I almost said Mega, a shiny Medicham yet. Which I would like a lot, but hard. There's a few shiny Pokemon I want. There's only one Pokemon that I've caught shiny that I've actively like hunted for, which was Beware, back when I was playing Sun and Moon. I think I just did like the thing where it keeps. Gosh, I haven't played that in a long time, but the thing where the Pokemon like calls for help and summons like at least 4 other ones, and then you have to fight 5 of them. And then you can. Okay. Oh, I bet that's what we're looking for. Yeah, I actively hunted for that one. The other, I think 3 or 4 I've caught have been freaking random chance. The first one was I don't remember it was the middle evolution of Talonflame. And then second one was Pikachu, the third one was I forget what it's called, the dog with the mustache. Lillipup, I think. Hold on. Yeah, Lillipup, and I turned into Stoutland. Beware, of course, and there's I think 1 or 2 more. One of them was from Pokemon Go, which I do count because it wasn't during one of those shiny events. It was just a random Wurmple, which I'm very happy evolved into a Dustox. Because I'm more of a fan of Dustox than I am of Beautifly. There's that one, I think maybe Durant, but I can't remember. I'll have to double check. I don't remember. Anyway. Oh yeah, what were they called? Radish rations?
Research stations. Fucking idiot.
Oh, well, that was close.
Wow, you have such a great memory, Penny. What's great is my common sense compared to you lot, apparently. Yeah, what the heck is that? Yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's a Pokemon La Primarina uses. I didn't know that species could be found in the Great Crater. Come on, Louie, let's take it on together. I wouldn't be surprised if that champion was Twist Villain. Well, everything nowadays has gotta have a Twist Villain. What even is this thing? I feel like it's psychic, but I don't think it is. Okay, whatever it is, it's weak to Psychic, so sure. Okay. Sure. Good job. Don't even need my help. I might switch out Dorothy for somebody. Well, nah, I'll keep Dorothy. She needs the level ups. Are there gonna be more of these rare Pokemon down here, you think? You think that was something? Please, you've got no idea how terrifying Area Zero really is.
Wow, patronizing much?
There's a large pocket inside of, or on the front of Penny's sweatshirt. Easy, you two. Let's just head inside the research station. Do not like each other. I have a feeling this team was a bad decision. Anyway. Oh, it's elephant. I just want to check out what's over here before I go inside. If there's any sights to see. I was, well, you hurried back to the other so you wouldn't get separated. Could we not drop frames a little bit? Hey, Louie, don't you think this might be one of those research station things? We should see if we can get in. Okay. Can't stop me from battling. The Amanda would hate to stop me from battling, wouldn't she? Isn't Psyshock a physical attack? Good job protecting your team, idiot. See, there's some more floats down there. Whatever. Let's go, I guess. I write you. I'll have your effort. Is this a key card? Oh, you going inside too? It was a bed. Nice.
Wow, are these ancient ruins? They look far too recent for that.
It appears you have reached your first research station without incident. This facility was constructed 87 years ago as a way station for those surveying Area Zero. So that's why there's a bed. Looks like we can use this place to rest up if we need to. Come on, let's sleep. Please? Rumi, if you would be so kind as to disable the first lock on the lab using that central panel. Okay. Want to press the button to disable one of the locks on Area Zero Lab? No. Okay, fine. Wait. Oh, I can't take a selfie in front of the button. Whatever. Lock disabled. 3 of the 4 locks are still active. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Thanks to my prototype Terra Orb, I secured corporate funding for my research and made a lab in the lighthouse near Capoporo. Someday I'll return to the crater and resume my study of these crystals. Let's take a sleepy. You, Cassandra, and the rest of your party feel full of energy again. Thanks. Mona got that one use of Drill Rush back again. What's going on here? Where'd you like to go? Nowhere. I would like to go home. How's it going? It is going. I am playing Pokemon. How are you doing tonight, Mr. and Mrs. Swashbuckling Adventure? Now, are you the adventure itself or your adventurer? What time for dialogue? He never saw his mom. Was it time for backstory? Penny, shush. This dialogue goes really fast. She was always busy with her card. They ever came home. I cooked for myself, paid for myself. Mavis was the only one I had to talk to. So yeah, I don't really know her at all, even if she is my mom. try to think about it too much. Try to be as proud as you as a famous genius, but the truth is I was rather just had a mom who was there, even if she wasn't anything great. I haven't seen her anything for ages now, unless you count seeing her as news or whatever. We used to get emails sometimes, but those stopped a couple years ago, and then she appears out of the blue and tells me you gotta come to Area Zero. Some family, right? Oh, but I'm not here to judge or anything. Sorry about earlier. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. I was also giving you a hard time. Sorry, Penny. My name's Penny. You know, you're actually pretty nice for a little pipsqueak. But don't call me pipsqueak, big lunk. That's the spirit, you two. Anyway, that dialogue is fast, and I have to read it quickly. I can't put on my voices. But anyway, how are you doing, Swashbuckling Adventure? Going good? Just chilling? That is same with me. I figured I was going to be alone tonight, but I think I got some company. Every now and then somebody pops in and says a few words. Well, I'm glad you popped in yourself. You've got somewhere else to be, by all means, go ahead. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. If you feel like sticking around for a little bit, I'm probably going to be trotting around trying to carve my way through this area without getting my butt kicked too hard. I prefaced this earlier in the stream. I am not good at this game, so please don't yell at me. Every now and then I gotta look up some type advantages or whatever, just because I don't want to lose. But, yeah. Last stream I did 2 months ago, I beat one of the Team Star bosses just before starting the stream last night. I beat all 3 of the main, like, storyline thingies. The, Titan Pokemon, the Champion Road, and the Team Star stuff. And now I'm in the crater, which is pretty interesting so far. It's very bright. It has a lot of sparkles. I'm also keeping an eye out, keeping an eye out for shinies. Is this my first playthrough? Yes. Last time I came to the Great Crater, I was trying to see what my mom got about this far, then I got attacked by some kind of creature I'd never seen before. Really? What kind of Pokemon was it? It wasn't even like a Pokemon, more like this crazy violent rampaging sort of thing. Sure, it wasn't just a Pokemon that's a little more, I don't know, rampagey than average? Yeah, I'm sure it was like a completely different creature altogether. I heard my atmosphere real bad, so it's not like I just forget. I don't want to ever run into that awful thing again. It was that strong, huh? So we hope we'll get to see it. That's what I figured you say. Mona's a psycho for battle. You're really tactless sometimes, Mona, you know that? You're insane. I'm scared of you. Yes, this is my first playthrough. I mean, I played it when it first had come out. I did a few streams of it. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go. Yeah, I played it when it first came out. I went for a while. I stopped for a little bit. I didn't stream any more than like 1 or 2 streams of it. Most of it was just playing on my own. But it was pretty fun. And then I got into the normal conundrum of playing a lot of games that I've already played through. So now I'm back and trying to play it. God dang it. This Frostmoth is gonna kill me. Yeah, come here, ball. Ball has to be on theme. Try and live by that rule if I can. It's like when I was playing through Omega Ruby. Back when it had come out, I spent the longest time trying to catch, oh cool, critical catch. I spent the longest time trying to catch Groudon in a heavy ball. Because, I don't know why. It was a little stupid. Because now that I'm thinking about it, it is not on theme. This is the name I thought of to give that Frostmoth earlier, but it didn't work because the Frostmoth I caught wasn't a girl, and now it is. That's fine. Is this Giraffrig shiny, or is that a shadow? That's a shadow. Okay. I'm a little upset that this game doesn't have an overworld indicator of shinies, because that means I'll have to rely on my own sense of sight, which is not good. I also feel like I'm going the wrong way. Never mind, there's a research center. I'm gonna die when I say, ooh, Talonflame. What's up? What? Hey! I didn't mean to fight this guy. Oh, what? You butt. No, let me leave. Let me leave. Let me leave. Never play this Pokemon game. Is this any good? I just died. It's okay. I mean, it's good for modern Pokemon standards, and I guess Pokemon standards in general. It is the second variation of their second game. Just saying that. Whoa. Just saying that because Legends Arceus, the last game they released before this one, was the first like major variation of gameplay. Just in general. I guess not gameplay, but like, well, no, I guess gameplay. Like the open world, overworld stuff. I personally liked Legends Arceus and its own mechanics a lot more. If I could mix like this game and Legends Arceus, that would be good. Just cause I'm okay. Cause I like about Legends Arceus there was more emphasis on catching stuff in the overworld without having to battle. That's the main thing, really, which was cool. I'm upset I don't have a Pokeball that fits the theme of this Pokemon anymore. Whatever. Yeah, I liked in Legends Arceus you could catch Pokemon without having to battle them at all. There was stealth mechanics. The Pokemon could fight you in the overworld like your player character, and you could get knocked out. Kind of funny. I liked that you used different Pokemon for like moving around in the overworld. And just the theme of old world Pokemon stuff was a lot more interesting to me. This game I like the oh yeah, and in Legends Arceus the way you could do fast or strong moves made the turns interesting. This game had a few just general improvements over the UI. Not UI, that's the wrong one. Just over the game. I think I like the general layout of this game's, like, I guess, gym leaders. Because Legends Arceus doesn't really have gym leaders. It's more just like, what did they call it? I forget. Are you kidding me? Alright. There was like the, I forget what they're called. The big boys, I'm gonna call them. There were the big boys that you would battle, and then you would fight a, like, enraged Mega Super Ultra Pokemon or whatever. Not a Mega Evolved Pokemon, because that doesn't exist anymore, sorry. Good lord. What did that take, like 10 Pokeballs? I'm upset. This Pokemon doesn't deserve a nickname. Yeah. That's all I can think of off the top of my head that, I like about this game. But, it's alright. I mean, all Pokemon games are, a little bad for saying it, but severely lacking in the graphical side of, the technical side as well. There's a lot of seemingly unnecessary culling. It looks really bad sometimes, but it's functional and it's fun. So that's the end of the day. I think that's a big part of what's important. Of course, I would prefer my game to look good. Example A. This shadow. But yeah. About my piece. All the Game Freak games, unfortunately, have their glaring issues.
The second research station. About time, too.
Whew, let's head it in. Take a breather. I thought you'd have a bit more stamina, student council girl. Yeah, I'm just full of surprises. That wasn't a compliment, you know. Hello.
Hey, look at Jigglypuff. It's good to see some nice familiar Pokemon down here, too.
That Jigglypuff's got some hair. Ooh. It said poo.
Gosh, so cute.
Maybe don't go up to the wild Pokemon. Ooh. Rah!
What the what? Ooh, it's battle time.
Just gonna run away? Alright. Oh no. I think Dorothy's at the front of my party. He is gonna die. Oh, Umbreon. I like Umbreon. Let's play it safe and Thunderwave. Okay, never mind. Please kill me. Are you for real? Right. Let's axe kick this guy. It's a weird looking Jigglypuff. Apparently, it's not Jigglypuff, it's Scream Tail, which is a stupid name. What? Oh, that did nothing. Alright. I don't even know what type this thing is. Maybe it's weak to Psychic? Okay. Boink. Oh yeah, you can move the camera around during battle now. And the battles take place in the overworld as opposed to just in some, like, negative zone. Ow. Oh, ooh, critical. Nice. So now I can spin the camera like a lunatic during battle. Oh, Dorothy got no levels up.
Seriously, what was that? Darn thing scared me half to death.
It's definitely kind of ferocious for a Jigglypuff, wasn't it? No kidding.
Come on, let's get inside already. One more jump scare like that and I'm done for.
You know, I probably should have caught that, you know? Oopsie. It's too late now. This looks pretty much the same as the first research station. Seems like wild Pokemon don't come in here. We should be safe to catch our breath.
Hey, seriously, what's with this place? That Pokemon?
I'm wondering about that myself. I think maybe that Pokemon was a D's.
Huh? What's that book?
Monsters of Area Zero. As we ascended further into Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon, though we wonder if these huge, ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. Dude died. Remember, the survey team captured this photograph by chance, and it passing resembles the Pokemon known as Donphan. The differences, such as its sheer size and the shape of its back, set it apart, as do its great tusks.
Monsters of Area Zero.
So they aren't actually Pokemon? I don't really know. What do you think, Lumi? I think they really are just Pokemon. I mean, I caught a few. Yeah, same. I mean, they look different, sure, but they use moves in battle just like the Pokemon we know. I suppose the time has come for an explanation. Professor! Some of the life forms that you see residing in the Oops, I skipped the dialogue, are ancient Pokemon that lived in a distant past long lost to us. Ancient Pokemon? What, that's awesome!
Come on, there's no way that's possible.
The Zero Lab, where I'm located, contains a time machine. Okay. Summons the ancient Pokemon to this place. So the thing my mom spent forever researching down here actually got it working? Indeed, though the cost was catastrophic. The cost?
But a time machine? Mean you can actually travel to and from the past?
It is theoretically possible to travel to the past. However, for a being such as a human, it would not be possible to return to the present.
Well, that's horrifying. Excuse me.
Mom, you... Why did you call us here the Area Zero? Ivan, Possible, I would like us to speak when we meet face to face. It will be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself. Now then, Lumi, please use the central panel here and disable another lock on my lab. She's probably stuck in the past. Or maybe she's a big villain. 'Cause twist villains are fun. Please continue your efforts in the remaining realizations. Hey Lumi, you know that book she told me to bring? I think it's got something to do with this place. Or more like, everything to do with this place. I'm not the one she expects to fix whatever all this is. You are. I think you should be the one to carry it. Okay, thank you. Cool. Take care of it for me, okay, Lumi? Yeah, sure. What do you say? I am full and well rested. Let's rearrange my party. Dorothy is going to the back. Anyway. Y'all got something to say? Can't be, it just can't. But then who? Can't believe I get to battle a Pokemon for a whole different area. This is incredible. I'm so glad I came here with you. What's going on with this dusk ball below the ground? What's going on there? What's going on there, Game Freak? Seriously, a time machine? Or
Seriously, a time machine? Feels like we just stumbled into a sci-fi novel or something.
I wonder, actually, hold on. Interesting. For some reason... whatever Pokemon I set to lead my party, their Pokeball is in the center of this room. I don't know. Whatever. It's what you can expect from Game Freak. They're a real freak when it comes to designing games. And by designing, I mean lack thereof. I'm just being harsh. What are your parents like, Nimona? My parents normal, I guess. Serious? Even I know about your dad. He's on the board of the Rotom Phone Company. Wait, how do you know that? Everyone knows that. He's famous, and I guess I looked into it for my own reasons, too. Nimona's actually some pampered little princess from a rich family? Ugh, no way. That is so not my thing. Oh, yeah. I guess you could say my mother and father were, like, hands-off, but in a good way. Big sister will probably take over the business, so they pretty much let me do what I wanted. Oops, I ran into a horse. What time travel's on this game? I don't know, dude. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Good baton pass, idiot. You're in a singles battle. Yeah, I guess it's safe to say if you don't want to be spoiled for this game, then you might want to stop watching the stream. I probably should have mentioned that, but I didn't. This is a section of the game that seems to be diving into the heavy lore. I guess it is the main story. Not like. Well, yeah, I guess the main story. I guess. Alright, you. Hooray. Wait, you call them mother and father? That is some pampered little princess stuff right there. Calite, Penny. What's your family? Super normal then? My family is unbelievably annoying. Like, super overprotective, you mean? That's my dad. He's loud and clingy and makes up weird names for me like Pen. He's the most annoying guy in the world, period. He's the worst. Yeah, that's a real downer for your dad. Having his own daughter describe him like that. Don't you dare take his side. Louis, how about you? Your mother seems super nice. You met her? Yep, got a glimpse of an amazing looking sandwich she made too. Really wish I could have seen that. I bet it tasted great. Alright, Arvin. A little hands on there, buddy. Why this Pokemon? There are a lot of Pokemon choices in this game. It's like, why did you pick this one to be in? Whatever. I feel like I'm missing something. Came from the right over there. Can I go anywhere on the left? No, I came from there, so I can go over here. Can't go up there, probably. This bike, or that bug dude is aggro as heck. Ah, Bisharp, what's up, dude? What you doing down here? I'm not a fan of the Sharp evolution. I think it looks goofy. Burn. Crack here. Ah, a cavern. Fun. What's up, Chansey? Ah! Stop following me. Or are you guiding me? Or are you running away? You're probably just running away. You Sneasels down here. Espeon. There you are, you little goon. Come here. I think you're going. Nancy does not like me. Oh, it's a little boy. Oh god. Sableye is aggressive. Chansey is anti-aggro and Sableye is aggro. Trio, Sableye, Espeon. Trio. Dragon Man. I forget his name. I did not play, I didn't play Gen 5. I think. I didn't play Black and White. So, there's some Pokemon from that generation that I do not know. There's some that I do know. Kind of shoddy. Although I guess you could say there's a lot of Pokemon that I just don't know. I remember, like, the ones that are my favorites, and the ones that are popular, and maybe a few others, but that's about it. Definitely do not remember more than like 5 type advantages. That is where my brain draws the line. Oh yeah. Ah! Sorry about that, Espeon. Gonna let me run? Nope. Alright. Cool. psychic move won't work on a psychic type, idiot. Yeah, how about you try Shock? I'm gonna die. Oh, maybe not. Woo! Switch out to Nimbu, just in case. I'm gonna get immediately battled after this. Move your fat butt, Altaria. I know it just sent you out, but whatever. Oh wait, hold on. I had a stupid idea. Yeah, I never played Black and White either, but I did play Ultra Sun. I played the first Sun game, not Ultra Sun, but I don't know too much about Ultra Sun. I mean the boy. Anyway, sorry. I got sidetracked. I just thought that was funny. Yeah, the order I played games, I really only got into, like, I guess, playing them when I did Diamond, but my first Pokemon game was, funnily enough, Pokemon Ranger, which is not a mainline game, but it was very fun and fun, nevertheless. And I did beat it. I played that, and then I played Pokemon Crystal, which I didn't really know what I was doing, to be honest. I was just kind of fooling around. And then I played Pokemon Diamond, which I never beat when I was younger. I got stuck on... I know I could... I was always able to go through the Elite Four, but I would never have enough, like, healing items to get through Cynthia at the end. Let's see. I don't even remember the other ones after that. I think after that I just played X and Y, which I was really into. Played X and Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon. Yeah, I had of the three I had Crystal, I had Diamond of the two I had Pokemon Y, I had Ruby, I had Sun, I'm Lost. No, I'm not. I never played Black and White, never played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And then I played Legends Arceus, and then this one. No, Sword and Shield. I played Shield, and then Legends Arceus, and then this one. I think. I could be getting the timeline completely wrong, and maybe I'm forgetting a game. I don't know. My brain's not the best, especially not now. I can feel my voice straining a little bit, to be honest. And it's been a long week. It's not quite over for me yet, but getting there. Oops, what did I just run into? You are nowhere near me. One of my little goons run into you? Heck, dude. Or just like fire a psychic beam at me, I didn't see, or something stupid like that. I'm gonna eat a cookie. I'm also gonna take my jacket off because I'm hot. I'm also gonna hit the home button so I don't get attacked while I'm taking my jacket off. Ugh. I'm also now curious, so I'm gonna pull up all the Pokemon games. Online Pokemon games. I don't remember any of the region names either. But Ranger was definitely the first game I played. Oh, I played Crystal. Oh, Emerald. That's the one I'm forgetting. I played Crystal. In order of when I played it: Crystal, Diamond, Y, Ruby, or Omega Ruby, and I played Emerald. No, I played Emerald and then Y and then Omega Ruby. I played Sun, Shield, Legends Arceus, and then Scarlet. And I tried playing a little bit of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I didn't get too terribly far in it, but I did give it a good old go. I also apparently just killed that Girafarig and got its fur. Yeah, when you fight and kill Pokemon in this game, you can get a like crafting material from them. Some of them are just like normal stuff. Some of them are like a freaking like a part from them, like you're playing Monster Hunter, like a horn, something. Some of them are just weird, like what is it? Routes Dust is the one that comes to mind immediately. Odd. I probably should have, but I haven't really used the crafting system so far. What's going on down here? Cool inlet. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, you can tell the gender of a Raichu based on the tip of its tail. If it's cut off, I believe it is female, and if it is just the straight edge, I believe it is male. I think this is female, and there's no male example, so never mind. Either that or I'm getting them flipped around, I don't remember. Played Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, played X and Y, didn't like it that much, tried played Brilliant Diamond, Ultra Sun. Yeah, from what I heard, a lot of people liked Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I just didn't feel like getting it. I feel like especially now, even if I were to get interested in it, it might even be more of a price tag than if I got it when it was originally released, because, you know, the markup of most, if not all, 3DS games now that the 3DS eShop is being closed in frickin' March. Which, reminder, if it's important to you to download Pokemon Bank on your 3DS, and if you would like it, pay for a, I believe it's $5 monthly subscription so you can download Poké Transporter. You'll still be able to use the two applications once the eShop closes, but you won't be able to download them once it does. So, purchase and install. Poké Transporter is the one that goes between the older games like Red and Blue. I think it's like Red, Blue, Yellow Virtual Console, the DS games to your 3DS, and then the Pokemon Bank can go between different 3DS, or I guess DS Pokemon games, and it can also work with Pokemon Home, which is the one that's on your phone and the Switch. Yeah, if those are important to you, download them. Pay that fee to get access to Pokemon Transporter. You cannot download Pokemon Transporter unless you pay the fee to get it. Hey, look, it's Volcanora. So if that's something important to you. I don't know if I'm even gonna bother getting Pokemon Transporter, but I have already gotten Pokemon Bank. Ow. Just because I have all the Pokemon in my 3DS games that I think I would like to have on my newer games. Currently just I did go back into those past games and kind of gather them into like a consolidated box just so I have an easier time transporting them if I want to in the future. But yeah. For some reason, I'm sorry if you need to know that. Just a little PSA. Oops, I killed it. Good to know. If you're planning on transferring any of your Pokemon. And, you will not be able to add funds directly from your 3DS onto your Nintendo account. You have to add it externally, like, through the website to have, any funds that will show up on your 3DS. And I think only then you can go in the eShop and purchase a subscription to Pokemon Bank. Can you let me leave, please? Please? Can I play this game? Fine, how about just freaking... Yeah, that's right, walk away. What are you looking at? Alright. Can you move? Okay. Good lord. I think it's aggressive. Goodness gracious. You are timid. I'm lost again. Can go up that ramp and get an item. Bisharp? Yeah, it is. What's up, dude? I already caught you. Another Bisharp. And the weird flying thingy. Oh boy, a calm mint. For real? I thought I was inside the crater. What the fuck? That's some bull. Oh yeah, there's also fall damage in Legends Arceus. But willing to allow it because I think the overall overworld gameplay feel of that game is better than this. I think I found the right way to go. Assume maybe that's the next thingy I gotta go to. The research center or whatever. This looks like a cave. Go there and there. Item. Normal Terra Shard. Yep, it's the place because my character froze and it's a cutscene. Alright, another research station. My voice is starting to get strained. I can feel my throat hurting. I'll get hydrated. Nice, we get to chill for a minute. Something's gonna jump out at us again. 100% guaranteed. Oh, Penny, such a worrywart. Huh? I already caught you. Shut up. See? See? Wait a sec. This is like that Titan Pokemon we saw. So it was an ancient Pokemon all along? Well, you battled one of these before, Arvin? It looks seriously strong. Yeah, well, Louie and I are old pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us. Let's get it. I do like the character. That's another heel this game has up over Legends Arceus, is the character customization is more than almost nothing. Legends Arceus, you could change your eye color, your hairstyle, and clothes. That's about it. This game has a lot more customization. Good, good. Are you kidding me? Okay. Let's try that again. You rat. Oh my goodness. I'm going to scream. Alright, that was a good battle for me. Where I used 2 moves and hit none of them. 3 moves. I promise I can count. See that? Victory's ours. Victory's yours, dude. You carry that. Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Urban Mystica came from down here. You two got to meet one of these Pokemon before our great crater get-together? Jealous.
If we've got things from literal ancient times roaming around Paldea, that's a major problem. Isn't Professor SEGA going to do anything to help him get under control? How could she let this happen?
Yeah, right, because it's like oh so brilliant Professor SEGA ever messes up. Have you played any of the Mystery Dungeon games? Briefly. I think I did mention I played a little bit of one of the one on the Switch for a little bit. I kind of fell off of playing it shortly after, but I do have it. I wasn't. I don't even remember why I stopped playing it, to be honest. I don't know. I do own it. I did play it for a little bit. Alright, let's get in here. From what I understand, the one on the Switch is like it's one of the original ones, but you have more choices of Pokemon you can pick from. Oh. And made it to station number 3. How are we doing after all that walking and battling and whatnot? Anyone need a rest? You feeling rough, Penny?
Oh no, it's not that. Just been thinking ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. Pokemon here in Area 0 came to our time from the past, right? What about Koraidon? Isn't it pretty likely that it also is one of those ancient Pokemon?
I don't know. I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off ancient vibes. Even its name sounds pasty. Wait a sec, I totally forgot. Hey, Arvin. You had Koraidon's ball, and you told us about its forms in the first place. You must know something about it, right? Ugh, you still remember that from way back? No wonder everybody's a little star pupil. Guess I've no choice, then, but to tell you what I know. That Pokemon, Koraidon, that is, found by my mom when she was working on her time machine. I believe it would be best for me to take over the explanations at this point. Professor! Koraidon, which I entrusted to Louie, the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the past by the time machine. Seriously? Through analysis of its genetic makeup, as well as its behavioral patterns, I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact an ancient form of the bicycle Pokemon. The Pokemon still commonly ridden in this region.
That makes sense, I guess. They do look alike.
Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time. I was never able to bring over more than 2 species of Koraidon, 2 specimens of Koraidon. But you mean there's another one around here somewhere? What if they're family? That one could still be somewhere in Area Zero, waiting to finally be reunited with ours.
Heartwarming family reunion?
Exactly. Imagine how thrilled they'd be if we could get the family back together after all this time.
Family, huh? Yeah, that sounds nice.
If we could proceed, Lumi, please disable the next lock. Okay. I guess.
Okay, what I want to know. This is a drink photo. Look at the movie bag.
That was the professor taking a sip of water. I really hope my mic picked that up. My throat is starting to hurt a little bit. Alright, let's go. So Koraidon's an ancient Pokemon. No wonder no one's seen it before. Lumi, you gotta let me battle Koraidon right now. Oh, it still won't come out of its Pokeball. Oh, right. That was the first I heard of it coming from the past myself. Just some weird Pokemon my mom brought home all of a sudden one day. We all lived together at the Lighthouse Lab for a little while. My mom made me promise to keep it a secret, and I had to take care of it for her too. That's why you knew so much about it. Yeah, but one day, Koraidon just went nuts on some wild Pokemon. A few of the folks living nearby ended up seeing it, so its secret was out. Once that happened, my mom took it and went back to Area Zero. Guess that makes sense if it's a Pokemon from a different age. Yeah, if people found out, it'd be all over the news. I'd see my mom or Koraidon again after that for ages. Looking back on it now, it seems stupid, but I felt like I'd lost my mom because of Koraidon. It was the worst feeling ever. I just hated Koraidon, everything about it. Didn't want to even talk about it. Sorry for not telling you what I knew sooner, Louie. You should be sorry. Shoot, that's like the coolest thing ever, and you didn't tell any of us. Yep, sure would have been great to know all that relevant info before we got here. Dang, you guys harsh. Anyway, done taunting that dragon guy. Can you focus? 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 God bless. There is some semblance of a lock-on system in this game, but it's really bad. Hey! Not fair. How much you eat a Dragon Pulse, idiot? Yeah, suck it. I wonder if that, this thingy, Glimora, is a, future or past version of frickin' Cosmog. That's what that reminds me of a little bit. Please don't kill. Would look good in a great ball, but guess who doesn't have any more? Me. I don't have any more.
Because I wasted it on a Talonflame.
Oh my god. It's frickin' Salt Man in the background. Ugh, I need to posture check myself. Cool. An ore Pokemon, okay. You know what I have to name this thing, don't you? Abby. Cool. Oh, interesting. Dunsparce. Ah, my second chance. What were you weak to? Hold on. Stop. Where are you? Probably the end, right? A little faster. No. How you guys doing? Good day? Hope so. And here we are. Nope. Oh wait, here it is. Very psychic. Interesting. Yes, I do indeed know what that's weak to. Just kidding. Poison, Ghost, and Steel. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Oh, man. Right, so I want to forward Luke Sao on this one. Hey, idiot. Huh! You're stupid. Yeah, if you backstab Pokemon, they get surprised. Please don't kill. Oh, okay. I'm fine. Another. I like the they don't use the bite animation for, you know, the bite attack. I think that's really cool. Excuse me. You would look good in a heal ball. You're probably not gonna get caught though, and then I'm gonna crawl. Just kidding, I'm the best. Alright. What do I name you? I'll name you... I don't know. Name it Susie. Can go in the box. Cool. But I guess I was going this way. The trio, the dragon guy, flowered, whatever. Or Pokemon or whatever. Oh boy. A big asshole. Is this the Great Crater? They're all pogging. My gosh, look at all these huge, gorgeous crystals. They go all the way to the bottom. Look, it's the main stupid-ass gimmick of this game.
One slip and we can kiss our short lives goodbye.
I'm not a fan of terrestrializing. Oh, good call. Watch your step. So the professor's down there somewhere, waiting for us. And that's fine. Totally fine. Alright, team. Watch yourselves. Let's get to the bottom of this thing. This place looks unreal. Maybe there really is treasure down here like the stories say. Yeah, this place like something from a whole nother world. Makes you feel like maybe you already died and went somewhere.
We're just... Do the crystals keep out the same glow as when Pokemon terrestrialize? There's gotta be some sort of connection.
Only one way to find out. Come on, everybody. Let's keep moving. Go all the way down. Yeah, they shared terrestrializing Pokemon in that they look fucking stupid. Excuse my fuck word. I hate terrestrializing. I'm sure you've heard I'm sure you've heard it harped on like a bajillion million times, but Mega Evolution was fine. It was like awesome. It was good. Nice breath of fresh air. Z moves. It's I don't know. I wasn't really into Z moves, to be honest. Kind of whatever. What was after that? Z moves were Sun and Moon. I guess after that was Sword and Shield. Had Gigantamax. I think I liked Gigantamax. And oh, hold on. The Converter came to age that lived here a while with the professor, along with one of his other kind. That seems to be the story. Fast dialogue time. So you brought it back home, kind of, or to the second home at least. I guess this place should be familiar to it, sure. Oh, that's great. It starts to unwind and bask in the familiarity. That doesn't exactly jive with how it's been. It's acting all spooked since we got here. It doesn't seem eager to come out of its ball anytime soon either. Really? I thought it was just scared because we were up so high. Huh? Who said it was scared of heights? No one. Given how Grida was acting earlier, I think something bad happened to it here. But sometimes you get all shaky just seeing a place that you got bad memories of. It was the same for me when I was being ignored by everyone in my class. Just thinking about school, it made me want to hide away somewhere, so I know how it feels. Oh, Penny. So maybe it got hurt down here in Area 0, just like Mavis. Can't know for sure, but it doesn't change the battle form anymore, so I think it's possible. But that's so sad. We gotta do something to make it feel better. And no, I'm not just saying that because I super badly want to battle. Seriously, well, at least you said it, and I was what in earth? I was nowhere near you. I'm going to kill you. Just kidding. Gonna leave. Okay, never mind. I'll kill it. Just kidding. Now I can leave. Yeah, Mona, you're kind of unbelievable in a mostly good way. Okay, that was one line of dialogue. Whatever, dude. Aika, you go first. Aika's pretty reliable. Got that good fighting coverage, got a fire type move just in case, got psychic Zen headbutt, which is a good move. Physical psychic damage. And that's the extent of my Pokemon knowledge. What's going on with that that guy stuck in the wall? Okay, bud? Having fun? Don't attack me while I'm taking a picture. There we go. And fight. There we go. Gonna let me run? Probably not. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. Ah, the last thingy. I feel like the champion is definitely gonna be like the main antagonist or something. Probably from the future or the past or whatever. Oh, you're new. What are you normally? A psychic type? I'm gonna go with Dandy because she has a dark type move. We're good. Huh? Yes. Flutter Mane. What does that mean? It's a flying type? Okay, guess I'm not catching it. Sorry. Well, I hope I find another. Maybe I'll fight one out here. I'll probably fight one out here. Hello. Or maybe I won't. Okay. Oh my god. This one looks kind of destroyed. Well, what happened? This place is a mess.
Looks like something went berserk in here.
Yeah, but what? Hello, children.
God, Professor, you scared us.
I'm sorry. Why is everything in here all busted up? I'm sorry. Hello, children. Uh-oh, she's broken. I'm sorry. What the heck?
Stop that, you're creeping us out.
Hello, child. Children. 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 Initiating restart. Your mom was a robot? Hell. Well, it was definitely weird. At least, almost like, I don't know.
Meant it as a joke, it wasn't funny. Still got goosebumps and all.
Looks like this one's already off. Boop. All locks disabled. Heck yeah. Ah. Hello, can you hear me now? Please forgive my previous transmission. There seems to have been some signal interference. That's not what that was. What do you mean, Arvin? The locks have all been disabled at last. Please make your way now to Zero Labs, to the Zero Lab, which lies at the very bottom of Area Zero. You're not gonna elaborate? Alright, let's take a nappy. Are all four of them sleeping in that bed? Kind of cramped a little bit. Looking at all the damage, I have a feeling maybe some ferocious Pokemon battle here.
You disabled the lock yet? I'm all for leaving this place as soon as we can.
That was almost like... No, it can't be. Oh, it can be. And it will be. Trust me. Can I fight Fluttermane again? I would like to catch it. And then give it a little kiss on the forehead. I don't know. There's definitely something off about the professor just now, right? Maybe it's just a little dramatic flavor to get us all jazzed up for more adventuring. What? That got you jazzed? Yeah, maybe even big time jazzed. You need to go to a doctor. That's just not right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that call was really... never mind, it's nothing. What's wrong, Arvin? You seem kind of down. No matter how things turn out, I'm counting on you to see this through, Louie. Yep, always lies on my shoulders. Can you spawn in Fluttermane again, please, so I can catch it? Please? I'll probably end up seeing it further down, whatever. I'm seeing all kinds of this Jigglypuff down here. I did see one great tusk. I do not remember what big hair Jigglypuff was called, forgive me. I do know Misdrevious, though. Am I just supposed to fall down? Oh, there's a ramp, whatever. It's easier. Heck yeah, an electric Terra Shard. What the hell are Terra Shards? What have I been picking up? Shards form when a Terra Pokemon falls in battle and its Terra Jewel shatters. What? Okay. You move so I can read that. Thank you. Some sort of plate inscribed with a mysterious symbol. Can you move? Please? I'd rather not initiate a battle immediately after leaving a text box. Oh my god, move. Jesus Christ. Never. That is something not so good about the overworld. That you're in a text box or something, Pokemon just like to hug your ass. There's No avoiding a Pokemon battle if you don't want to be in one. A Dark Terra shot. Okay. I do a little slide. A lot of the rock salt boys down here. Excuse me, let me grab this real quick. Don't mind me. I am surprised I slipped through him. On back here. Oh, hello you. Get around. Can this salt guy move? Oh my god. I'm about to kill every single Pokemon in this area. Alright. That's cool. Awesome turn. Really cool. Bye. Alright, let's not insta-kill you this time. I mean, guess I could U-turn. Didn't do much, but whatever. What would be good against you? Let's go with Luke Sal, I guess. Sure. I'm not a fan of whatever this Pokemon I just put in. It's static pose. Weird. Ooh, fun. Hey. But yeah, it's what you get. Oh no. Please don't die. Alright, I got one chance. Please work. Ooh, okay. Thank goodness. I was gonna die from a burn if I didn't catch it. Oh, cool. Future Sight. Yeah, sure, whatever. I liked when it used to say 1, 2, and poof. That's fun. Let's name you... Ilya. That one was easy. Cool. Good deal. Let's get out of here. I guess let's trail up and try the other way first. I don't want to miss anything in here. Yeah, the game also has low poly models that are almost always loaded in. The normal model loads in usually like only when you're this close to it. Jesus! Can you not? You know what? Screw you. Don't scare me like that. Ever. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, it's just a freaking item down here. Fine. That looks like a boss arena if I've ever seen one. Do I want to switch out Dorothy? I don't know. Oh, all my Pokemon are going. I don't want them to go in here. You can all go like here. Yeah, Dorothy's fine. It's whatever. A Gabite? And a Gibble? The heck are you two doing down here? I'll catch you, but whatever. This Garchomp is cool. I hope I don't kill it. Okay. Oh, okay. Please don't miss. Oh my god, I'm gonna scream. Alright, whatever. I deserve to be caught. Don't let me get on him yet? Nope. That would make things too easy. I'm just going back up here to heal up, and then I'm going to go down that slope. I prefer to be going in all readied up and everything, you know? Get a little shut-eye. Hooray. Oh yeah. Legends Arceus also let you roll, like dodge roll in the overworld. Which was fun. They don't have that in this one anymore. Which is not as fun. It's funny that Dunsparce gets nervous. Like normal Dunsparce. Those are total boss arenas. Gotta be. Oh wait, no, I gotta go this way. Lag spike. This game is very, very, very poorly optimized sometimes. Which, you know, kind of sucks. You are great. Are you gonna die this time? Damn it. Whatever. You float on me. Weirdo. The leaks of stomping going on behind me. What's going on over here, eh? Is Arvin's mom a robot? I would not be surprised. She only talked to us on voice calls and barely a voice call at that. It also is funny that Nintendo couldn't even have like a pre-recorded video to substitute as those cutscenes, or just have a rendering of the like laboratory and the character in the little monitor. They had to show a PNG on the monitor, fade out, fade in to a separate scene, with the lab and the professor. Fade out, fade back in to the PNG on the TV. Absurd. The game is really bad in some places. At least, like, graphically speaking and performance-wise, just atrocious. But sometimes it's fine. Alright, guess I'm not exploring anywhere. I was gonna go to the left, but I don't know. Whatever. Finally reached the deepest part. We made it. Ready to see if those legends of treasure down here are real?
Yeah, right. That's just fluff they write to fill the textbooks.
Hello, children. You've done well to make it here. The structure you see before you is the Zero Lab. That's where you are, right, Professor?
Wait, why does it look like the whole place is being swallowed up by crystals?
These crystals here in Area Zero possess a peculiar energy. This energy can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. The same energy that allows Pokemon to terrestrialize. This entire building's been terrestrialized? That what you're saying?
Don't be silly, Arvin.
Professor implied something important about Terra Orbs just now.
They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they?
You guys couldn't put that together? Indeed, though many may not know it. Since you disabled all 4 locks, the gate to the Zero Lab should now be open for you. Once you open the gate, you will quickly be confronted with the dangerous Pokemon inside. Thanks for telling me. They will likely make a break for freedom. That sounds like a problem. With the 4 of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourselves well, then open the gate. You've got me and Lumi here. It doesn't matter what we're up against, we'll be fine. Well, that puts all my word to rest. Go with that. I'll lead with Nimbu, sure. Let me manually save as well. Alright, let's open the gate. Boop. Hold it. Huh? Why? We're finally on the cusp of getting into the lab. Look, if it's true that a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon might come at us, then shouldn't we also have Koraidon to help? Yeah, if Koraidon were like how we first saw it in the Inlet Grotto, that'd be a huge help. I want to see it battle.
But it hasn't even wanted to let us ride it ever since we came down to Area Zero. Can't enter battle for him in the first place.
But it's really strong. I know it is. It ate all those Herba Mystica we found too. When it really matters, I'm sure it'll fight. And Area Zero is where it used to live. Bring it out of its ball now, maybe it'll be able to find his family too, right? Pretty sensible by your standards, Arvin.
I don't know.
Come on, Lumi, let Koraidon out. No. Come on, we'll be fine. Even if Koraidon can't fight, I'll protect it, okay? Alright. What's up, dude? How you doing? Oh, right, come on, Lumi. Now that we've got Koraidon ready, it's time to open that gate. Boop. Didn't even run the plan by him? Alright, whatever. Koraidon doesn't get to know anything. Excuse me. Oh, that frame rate is awful. Hey, look, there's another one. How is the frame rate bad if this is a pre-rendered cutscene? Oh, no, this isn't pre-rendered. Almost none of this is pre-rendered. Never mind. Whatever. A family reunion. It's happening. Well, no way. Oh, it's a mean one. I like that the sound is delayed. Something's not right. Here he goes. Oh, it's like a little big puppy. Huh? What's wrong? You bummed that your heart-warming family reunion got cut off so quickly? Nimona, please take some context clues.
There was nothing heartwarming about it. We were this close to getting caught up in a nasty brawl.
Wait, for real? She has no situational awareness.
Just look at Crydon. Poor thing's terrified. Guess the other one isn't exactly its pal.
Yeah, that other Pokemon was giving off some serious bad vibes. Not that you should worry a thing about any of that. Once I get you back into your battle form, I'm sure you'll go toe-to-toe against that jerk. If, you know, you want to. Sorry, guess that doesn't really help, huh?
Think the other Crydon was one of the dangerous Pokemon the professor warned us to watch out for?
Didn't the professor say the dangerous Pokemon come from outside? You mean from inside the gate we just, Is that Among Us? Oh, by dangerous Pokemon, you mean two Pokemon I've already seen and beat, and Among Us. Sure. Let's go with that. Now, it's dangerous if I'm fighting all three of them at the same time. Oh, there's a few Among Us. A few fungus among us. We're surrounded. Pretty obvious they're not here to roll out a friendly welcome mat.
No way we can handle this many. Don't tell me they're all ancient Pokemon.
Got a little disaster on our hands here. Look, even that fellow's ready to bail.
Then I guess it's my turn. I've been waiting.
Well, let's do this together. Yeah, let's take on... How many was that? 8 Pokemon? Whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something here real quick. That's good. Sorry, I'm gonna need a minute here, folks. Well, that's good. Something I just bought broke. Whatever. I'll just deal. Ow. Excuse me. Who's learning to play rough? Oh, Dorothy. Cool. You can lose Dazzling Gleam. Don't need it. Wow, they're strong. Now this is a worthwhile challenge.
I'm glad you're on our side, but you're still really annoying when you say stuff like that.
Among Us, Among Us, Among Us, Among Us.
Yeah, why are they coming at me? Lumi, help me out here.
Okay. I'm gonna type something out here real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. Don't hear my clickety clacks. Anyway, sorry about that. Sucker punch. Sucker. Bang, that does nothing. That was even a crit too. Did I not catch this thing? What the frick? Whatever. Guess I'll just have to kill you. Sorry. I was under the impression I could have caught you, but I guess not.
God, the ancient past must have been terrifying.
Ah! Thanks, man. Oh no, they're running away. Yeah, and? Those Pokemon get out, we're gonna have a gigantic mess on our hands. We gotta go after him, Penny.
What do you mean?
Because you've already battled. And now it's Arvin's turn. I hope the two of them can handle Leopard. But at least the crowd's been thinned out now. Guess it's up to us to deal with what's left. Let's go for this strong looking one first. Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Woof. It's the freaking dog. A really big dog. Ow. Rude. Eat a moon. Yeah, suck it. Yeah. Ow. Bleh. You suck. See, the power of friendship and us perfectly in sync, all thanks to our titan hunting together. Still scared, huh? You worried you might have to face the other one of your kind? let me take on some of your birds. These stragglers should be nothing. Me and Mabestiff here can take them. So, Lumi, take your partner there and go take care of business. But, oh, come on. You're not even gonna rely on your friends, then who are you gonna rely on? Mabestiff here is ready to go. Leave this to us. Right on. Really ruined my whole childhood, you know. It's not like seeing you cowering and scared out of your wits makes me feel any better about it. Got amazing powers. You just use them. I know I can change accents and you've got us too, so don't you even think about losing to that jerk. Be brave and stand up and fight. Sorry about that spontaneous accent change. That voice and my brain are all over the place right now. Oh no, I'm in the trash tube. Oh, cool. Oh, there's a professor. See what I can see before I get forced into a cutscene. Professor, dead, bed, broken crystals. This looks like the time machine, but it broke. My guess. Like an incubation pod, some notes. Using equations and phrases are scribbled all over this whiteboard. Microscope and various samples have been left here. Alright. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. Yo, what's up? I'm guessing you're a robot. Deactivating sleep mode. Yep. Cool. Hello, Lumi. Thank you for coming. Roar. What's up, dude? No, back to your ball. He is a master ball. Can I have that? That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. Your Crydon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologize. I am not the true Professor SEGA, I know! I'm an artificial intelligence the Professor created, imbued with her memories and knowledge. In short, I'm an AI-powered robot. Your Professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station Number 4. Oh. Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original Professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the Professor wanted nothing more than for the Koraidon to survive and thrive. That is why she threw herself in front of your Koraidon in an attempt to protect it. The time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Lumi, the reason I asked you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab. I need your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original Professor created. Okay. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. Rogue AI. Rogue AI. I got a Master Ball? I'll take a little heal. Take a little snooze. Well, I hope I can finish this section of the game in the next half an hour. Booster energy, yay! What with all these pods? See a strange rock-like clump of something inside this machine. It's the terrestrializing. Excuse me. This elevator will take us down to the lower level. Step inside. Okay. Whee! Lumi, it is truly a great relief to me that you came. Look at the Pokeball in the center of the floor. That's your Pokemon. I'm going to step on it. I will answer any questions you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? Yeah, why is there a Pokeball in the middle of the floor? That's my lead of the party. What happened to the real professor? As I explained to you before, the original professor died during the destruction of the research station. I'm afraid that this fact may be difficult for her son Arvin to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's place. Anything else? Yeah, what's the AI? Artificial intelligence, computers. I know. Crystals made the AI possible, and she can't leave because of that. Why time machine? You worked on it originally, sends Pokeballs to a different point, catch it, and then control them back here. She's a live professor, had a great fascination, ancient Pokemon. Time machine continues to automatically draw Pokemon. Anything else? What do you really want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which ancient Pokemon might live alongside present-day Pokemon. These Pokemon's power seemed to stem from a primal energy of the ancient past. This energy has proved too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this modern age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At present, the barrier around Area Zero is still working to keep the ancient Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. We've begun to see the Pokemon appear that can break the barrier, such as Great Tusk. Eventually, they will break free of this walled garden known as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region. When they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the professor, and yet cannot seem to find the logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope in preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original professor ever devised. Lumi, you've become a formidable trainer. Use that strength you have to destroy the dream SEGA once cherished. Oh. This task cannot be done without your strength. Please, I beg you. Doesn't sound like you're gonna take no for an answer. We've reached the lowest level. I just like to say no because the game almost never allows you to not do something. And it's funnier that way. Now this is a boss room that has broken wall textures. That's cool. Please stop doing that. Man, this will... Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm done. Behold. This is the time machine we perfected using the power of terrestrial phenomena. It's a big frickin' hexagon. This is where I put my Game Boy cartridge. Oh, do I gotta talk to you? I thought I was supposed to stand on it. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the Professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Scarlet Book. Very like the Professor put the final key we would need in that book of all places. He loved that volume since childhood. Place the Scarlet Book upon the pedestal here. You'll be able to stop the time machine. Okay. There's just one issue. If you try to stop the time machine, I will most likely attack you. Cool. Thanks for telling me. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle to my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokemon, I believe you can prevail. Once you've readied yourself for this fight, please place a Scarlet Book upon the pedestal. Damn, you know what would be a great idea is if you went back upstairs and then stayed there. That would be smart. Oh? But who cares? Professor said, initiating emergency shutdown. I'm gonna kill you! Access denied. Why? Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. Oh, is it because of you? Up to you now, Lumi. AI SEGA switching to sleep mode. Activating offensive protocols. What the frick? Please defeat me. Okay. Damn, that's kind of cool. At last, my dream was within reach. And your Nas 7 getting in the way. That looks kind of cool. Okay, it looks less cool. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, I say it does. Initiative battle. Okay. You're just gonna stay up there? Ooh. You look kind of dumb. Sorry. Looks like a little goofball. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone in the way of my goals. Slither Wing. I'm gonna guess you're a dragon. Incorrect. Ow. This is the power of the ancient battle hold. Splendid, isn't it? Oh. I probably should have used, frickin', what's it called? Play rough. Oh wait, Moonblast. I'm stupid. I meant Moonblast. Yep, I should have just used that from the start. God bless. Whatever, dude. Now this is interesting. I missed it. What some sort of error has occurred? Recalculating for critical damage. Excuse me. This music goes pretty hard. Oh, Screamtail. That's weak to poison. I think. Huh? This music goes kind of hard. Just freaking drop the Pokeball. Sound it makes. Please die. Or I get hit first and die. Oh boy. Do you imagine you could best the wealth of data at my disposal with your human brain? Yeah, okay. Just fuck me, you know? Just fuck me. Kill me. Do it. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Luke Sal. Now don't flinch. Thank you. You're so cool. Hey! That's good. Cool. Let's switch out for Dandy, sure. Zen Headbutt, I think, has no effect on dark types, if I remember correctly. Or you're just gonna use Ice Punch on a whim and then, you know, screw me, because, game hates me. I guess just let's play rough. Or, hey! Can't do that. Night Slash. Stupid. Blood and Mane. I forget what you are weak to. Hold on. Ghost Fairy. Weak to Ghost Steel, neither of which I have. Nimbu, you got this. Probably just gotta be using all frickin' ancient Pokemon or whatever, right? Is that gonna kill me? It's gonna get close. Alright. Let's, what did it just use? Power Gem. Guess I'll try, I don't know, dude. Let's, Let's heal up Dandy and then switch out to her. Once Nimbu dies. Sorry, Nimbu. Thank you for taking the bullet. I'll max revive you later if I need to. I just wanted a little safety net for no not dying. Oh, nice. That crit does a lot of damage. Sandy Shocks, excuse me? The hell is Sandy Shocks? Shocks? I don't freaking know. Oh my god. I don't like that. I'm gonna poop on you. Oh, cool. Where bought it? That is Among Us. Which I don't remember what it's weak to. It's a weak to a lot of things, apparently. What typing is it? Grass Dark. Interesting. I like that it has legs now instead of just a weird thing. Hoping it miss this axe kick. Ow. Thank goodness. If I miss axe kick, then it deals like hella recoil, and I would have most likely killed myself. Please hit yourself in confusion, please. It would be so funny. Damn it. Oh, whatever. Thank you. Cassandra. I did not read. Oopsie. None of Cassandra's moves affect him. I don't know. Let's go switch to Dandy. I should have read. I should have read. No? Please hit yourself. That has never happened before. Roaring Moon. That sounds cool. Heck is Roaring Moon? Guess I'll keep it in. Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0. My boy, or my girl, you are on your last of 6 Pokemon. Oh, it's Salamence. This Salamence is pretty cool. Roaring Moon uses bit. What? Okay. I'm gonna flower trick you. Look, my Pokemon got a dumbass hat. Please die. Please kill. Boop. Dang it. Dragon Claw. Ow! Yeah, Even bother with Play Rough? Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not? Oh. Oh yeah, it's a dragon type. I forgot. I'm stupid. I won though. That's okay. Impossible. Well, I killed her. Twice. Second time. Maybe she'll come back third time, I guess. That big platform was a bit unnecessary, but whatever. Get the hell out of the way. Are you gonna fist fight me now? Lumi. Yo, what's up, folks? Arvin, stay back, please.
What is this?
Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Okay, out with it, you. Who are you, really? Thank you for everything. The time machine has finally been stopped. You're really not my mom, are you? Oh, look how big you've grown. So proud of you, my... How you were alone for so long. Security system failure. Time machine threat to time machine detected.
Well, what's going on now?
Is there another armor of Pokemon on its way here? It cannot be. Was it Crydon? An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. What was keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? The mom has that accent now, blocking all Pokeballs except those registered. I didn't read that fast enough. Program initializing. Gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run. I don't wanna. AI SEGA disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initiated. Alright. What is in your hand? Not a little poopy? Oh, it's a mess. You're not getting in my way. You're challenged by... I just beat you. The Paradise Protection Protocol. Never mind. Gonna send out Crydon now? Yep. What's up, dude? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Yeah, no shit. It's true, our Pokeballs won't work. How are we even supposed to battle? Bring out the boy. The boy. You got this. Like my stupid little smug face there. Yeah. Please not at me. I like that too. I'm just saving these for funny screenshots later. Cool. Now he's got hair! Now am I actually gonna be able to battle, or is it a cutscene battle? Nope, it's a battle. This is gonna be a boring ass battle. Or it shall compulse. It's going too fast. Fast as sunlight, and it's close to offend. Okay. What was it? The flamethrower, of course. User transforms and crashes in the ground. That's what you're doing. It's super. Okay. Let's do this one. Sure. What does taunt do again? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna kill you. Damn. That does nothing. Change it to its battle form. Let's go! You got this. Let's flamethrower. You will fall here, within this garden paradise, and achieve nothing in the end. Hey. Can't copy me. Technically you did it first, but I don't care. I guess let's Terra Blast. Whatever. You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goals will be eliminated. Bulk up. I don't have that. I want that. It's not fair. That move looks pretty cool. I want a Hyper Beam.
This looks like it could be bad. Hang in there, Louie.
Collision Course. The data say I am superior. Fall and become a foundation upon which my dream will be built. Giga Impact. Oh my god. You don't even have your signature moves, stupid.
You took that hit like a champ.
Hey, you took that hit like a champ. You could do this. I know you can. Got all my voices mixed up like some sort of weirdo. Let's do Collision Course again and then die. Oh, I'm not gonna die because he has to recharge. Alright, okay. Oh man, can we really not pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. Thanks, Demona.
Hey, Lumi, your Terra Orb's glowing.
Lumi, Koraidon, terrestrialize and finish this off. Alright. Alright, I get it. I get it! Am I using Terra Blast? Oh. Yes, I'm using Terra Blast. I assume that's what it wanted me to use. Now, does it have a special terraform, or does it have a stupid-ass hat? Oh boy, a stupid-ass hat that also clips through the model. That's cool. Terrestrialized form makes me really upset. Sorry, folks. I'm the best. You suck. Imagine the world as we know it, all the big evil villains doing heinous crimes, and everything could just be beaten by letting your pets fight. Or I guess your partners. What a world. You did it!
It's not going berserk anymore?
Ow. How very astounding. I think that you would manage to defy even the original professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes, a completely unforeseen outcome, even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated tech ever conceived. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in and instead proved your worthiness, showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold faith in your friends, the fortitude to do what had to be done, play out a scripted battle. No matter how difficult your own pasts may have been, I believe you will be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now, with pride. I thank you, Lumi. I thank all of you children. I am afraid that this time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. It appears I am myself part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I'm sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you your freedom. The way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them. The way you sought strength to better yourself, throwing all that you are into battles. The way you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. The way you never ceased to seek nor to fight for a treasure all your own. Ah, and the way you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish that I, too, might be as free as you all, free to seek out which I might treasure, above all else, not bound.
Your own treasure.
And you just use your brain to put the AI into a robot.
As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I'm inexplicably connected.
I've made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of ancient past that I've dreamed. But you can't just leave now. Haven't we finally reached you? I'm not going only so the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that ancient world for myself. Is this what it feels like? To have your heart race with a thrill of adventure? Oh. Arvin, I'm sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of my professor. I understand better than any. Your mother truly loved you. Can't. You just go and say a thing like that now. No, I suppose you're right. Sorry about that. That was a stupid-ass decision. Arvin cried on Lumi. It is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Mom! Mom, what? Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. Bye. Have the book back. This time machine is pretty cool. I'll admit it. I also kind of wish it looked like the Ultra Wormholes. That would be a neat callback. Would you just go? Dude, she died like 3 years ago. You okay, bud? Yeah, somewhat deep down. Kind of already knew it. Knew that thing was fake, but said my name using her voice and wearing her face. And if it was fake, it felt real, you know? I just... Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying.
That's okay.
Guess Koridana said too. Oh, but that battle form, how cool is that? It's so strong. I used the wrong voice.
If he tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die.
Hey now, let's not skip over the big win here. Lumi and Kraton just saved all of Paldea.
That's right, you both did amazing, thanks.
Yeah, that's my bud Lumi for you.
No, Arvin. Even though the professor's gone, I bet she's finally having a real fun adventure of her own.
Yeah. Thanks, Penny.
Yeah, sorry.
What should we do now, Lumi? Let's head on out. You said it. Come on, everyone. Let's get out of here and make our way home. Where even is Arvin's house? I'm typing up a storm here real quick. Did the game break? Nope. Okay. It's just taking a while to, load the outside. Okay, everyone, listen up. What is it? Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great. We could load up on snacks first. I'm in. Hey, Lumi, not you too. Alright, fine, I guess we're doing this. I was not a fan of Arvin at first, but I like him. Pretty cool. Penny's fine. Limono's a stalker.
You see tonight it could go either way.
Oh, it's a real song. What?
Hearts balanced on a
I want that Hoppet
razor
planter.
blade.
That's
We
cute.
are designed to love and
Well, I did not fulfill my promise, folks. I beat the game in 31 minutes, not 30 minutes.
I get stuck when the world's too loud and things don't look up when
Is this the song that was recorded by like that real person? I don't remember his name. There was some song for Scarlet and Violet that was done for game. Put so much work into those player models, just nothing in the landscape. Yeah. The talked about it earlier, the game is seriously lacking in the technical and graphic department. In some places. Some places it's fine, but not so much in other areas. But I mean, graphics is certainly a large part of the game, but I think as long as it plays fine, it's fine, I guess. It's bearable. Although again, I did enjoy Legends Arceus a lot more. Well, that's fun. It was interesting. I did like the 3 different choices of storylines you could go through. Or, well, I guess it wasn't really a choice, but you could choose what order to do it in. It is always a bit jarring. Some of this music is peeling through the mic. No Elite Four that at first. I actually already went through the Elite Four. What was I just saying? I don't remember. It's gone now. No, before I started the stream, it was oh no, I remember what I was talking about. It's weird that I mean, you could do. There were the Team Star fights in one storyline, the Titan fights in another line, and the Gym Leader fights. And it was interesting that none of them would actively scale with your game progress. Like, you could visit any gym or any Team Star leader at any time. So, right out of the gates, you could go and fight like the last gym leader and the last Team Star person and the last Titan Pokemon and just get your ass whooped. I kind of wish that the teams and Pokemon selection and level would scale with your current party, but that's asking a lot of Game Freak. Which I really shouldn't resort myself to saying that, but it's the grim reality of what I'm looking at. Just whatever. Yeah, it would make it much more dynamic. From what I've heard, there's some. What's doable for Game Freak, but I mean, there's a lot of things that's doable for Game Freak, but they just don't. There's some Pokemon game. I don't know if it was a recent thing or just something I recently heard about, but there's some fan game that does scale like the Pokemon selection, the move pool, the level, or whatever level you're currently at. I assume it's something like maybe a ROM hack or fan game or something. It's probably best I don't know what it is, so Nintendo can't get their little ear holes in my stream and then go take it down for being free or whatever. That's a lot of times some fan game or fan creators just do stuff better. It's just kind of funny. A little upsetting, but kind of funny. I guess this isn't exactly the series I was planning on playing next. It's technically not a series, but I guess I did complete it on stream. Thank you, treasured friends. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Taking a picture. I'll take a picture too. Is this my house or my dorm? This is my dorm, I think. Oh, there's probably gonna be hella endgame content, actually. I didn't even think about that. Maybe not hella. Maybe just like one thing. Uh-oh. I'm getting called to... Wait. Arvin's a student? I don't think I ever saw him in school. I was always under the impression he was just some dude that just lived in the windmill. No, but Sword and Shield did have post-game, and it was really stupid. But whatever. Yeah, looks like the hero's finally here. I don't know what voice to give this guy. Would you join us, Miss Lumi?
We're in for an earful, aren't we?
Guess we'll find out soon enough. No need for concern, you two. I'm not angry in the slightest. I merely called you all here to discuss your fine achievements in this year's treasure hunt. Shut down the Professor's time machine, Crystal is now playing Stardew Valley, and thus prevented the ancient Pokemon from running rampant across Paldea. Your actions were truly outstanding in every regard, and I couldn't be prouder of you all. Though your decision to enter a strictly off-limits area was admittedly regrettable. You got us there. However, since this was necessary to protect Paldea and its precious ecosystems, I am willing to overlook that particular point. Yeah, so we're not getting raked all over the coast after all. But before I forget, Miss Lumi, there's something I would like you to have. Each of your friends has received one already, so this one is for you. A Master Ball. Feel free to never use it and hoard it for the time you will inevitably need it, but still not use it because you're still too stubborn to use limited use items, like a stupid idiot. Oh, and about the Hall of Fame badge I gave you a short while ago, this gift is only one we bestow only upon students who achieve truly remarkable feats. I expect you to honor what that badge represents by striving always to serve as a model for your fellow students. I'll try. Oh, well, I suppose you must be rather worn out from your recent adventures. And Master Arvin, so sorry to hear about the Professor. You have my deepest condolences. Well, yeah, it was pretty rough when I found out my mama died. I'm getting all my accents mixed up. I don't care at this point in the night. Weirdly enough, my head actually feels clear right now. First time in ages. Great Crater, I got to learn a bit about my mom's research, what she was trying to achieve down there. Guess if you're rebuilding something as mind-blowing as a time machine, that takes priority over sharing your son with attention, huh? No, it shouldn't. All I know is I'm done feeling like some lost little kid. Time to say goodbye and move on. I was running one in the post-game. Yeah, I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Gonna enjoy every last day till graduation with my buds here. And Mabestiff, of course. Well said, Master Arvin. You truly are your mother's son. Of course, I must remind you that you've nowhere near enough credits to graduate. You need to study frantically to catch up, but I have every expectation of your success. What? Excuse me. And let us not forget the other good news. Our academy has a new champion. Though we sadly cannot make your valiant deeds in the Great Crater known to the public, your new champion rank at least should be celebrated through the whole school. Oh, I know we have shoes to celebrate. Hold a Pokemon at it. No. Seriously, how could we not? Classic Nemona. Pokemon battle contest, you say? Like some sort of battle tower? Or a tournament, perhaps? While your own vested interest in such a venture are more than apparent, Miss Nemona, I think it's a fine idea. But please understand that a large-scale event will be quite beyond us. We have many other school activities to keep an eye on, after all. I did like in Sword and Shield, you could go in and challenge like a bracket-style battle whenever you wanted in the big stadium. That was cool. I did like that. Pardon my intrusion, I couldn't open over here. Oh, it's you. The person I thought was going to be the villain. her name? Jita? Yeah, Jita. It's like Jita from Grand Blue Fantasy, but spelled different. I don't know what voice to give her either.
The Pokemon League will, of course, happily lend a hand in organizing this contest.
La Primera?
Well, a most kind offer, Chairwoman Jita. I do everything in my power to nurture young and up-and-coming talent.
I can't do that. I'm gonna destroy my throat. Though that's not only to say the youth have promise when it comes to Pokemon battles. A former gym leader, the developer of the Pokedex app, this academy clearly counts many skilled trainers of Pokemon among its staff. As such, my suggestion is as follows. Students and staff should compete for the title of strongest trainer at the academy. Well, we get to battle the teachers? You'll compete too, right? Right. Is that even allowed? The chairwoman's not part of the academy, right?
Actually, I think she's the chairwoman of the school board as well as the Pokemon League.
Wait, for real?
I knew she was on another level, but how?
Thank you for the invitation, Champion Nemona. I would gladly take you up on your kind offer to compete, but I'm afraid my schedule is packed tight with work that I must simply attend to. Aw, can't you free up some time somehow? I suppose I might be able to participate if Champion Lumi would agree to lend me a hand with my work. I don't want to. This time. Excellent answer. Much obliged. Get straight to it. I'd like you to go out to inspect all Paldea's various gyms in my stead. So I guess it's just a gym rematch. Find this out, I ask you bring your full might as champion to bear against each of the gym leaders to test their prowess. All trainers are exceptional talent, handpicked by me personally. I don't expect you'll find any cracks in their armor, but, well, consider a formality. This will also provide the perfect stage for your first appearance as new champion. Since all the gym leaders will still be expecting me to carry out the inspection, I imagine they'll have mustered their full strength. Dare say they might be more of a challenge than when you faced them before. No. To have all-out battles with the gym leaders? Man, I'm jealous. On to another crucial matter. I'd like to discuss with Penny here how to patch the weaknesses in our league point system. But there's a bunch of anime I missed that I was just gonna be... Thank you in advance for your willing and eager cooperation.
I mean, I'll do it. I'll help. Let me help.
Excellent. We'll leave it to you all then. Come now, Penny. The Game Freak still can't animate turning on a swivel. They have to walk in a straight line, turn, walk. This is awesome. Let me show this inspection thing who's boss so that she could join the tournament and enjoy taking another swing at the gym gauntlet while you're at it. I'll take care of filling the forms and other administrative stuff. The ball gets rolling in the tournament in the meantime. I'd say it's wonderful to see you all showing such initiative. Each have a critical role to play. Penny assisting the league, our new champion inspecting gyms, Demona arranging the event. Give it your best, everyone. Arvin, you could just sit on your ass and do nothing because you need to catch up on your studies because you are a NEET. That's not the right term. My apologies. I'm stupid. What's my next destination? It's to rematch all the gym leaders, which I will not be doing tonight. Because I am tired. What is the false... Oh, more Titans. Yeah, I'm not doing these tonight. I'm tired. But... that was pretty... Okay. I guess I'm not reading that. See what that said. You select Cordell on the main menu is open. You can now have it change between its battle form and its ride form. So what? I could just have it in my party as opposed to Oh, okay. That's stupid. I'm not a fan of this generation's legendary. Seems very, function over form. I mean, I guess it was literally designed to be a motorcycle, but whatever. Yeah, that was, it's pretty cool. interesting end game. More climactic than I thought it would be. Some of the music was good. Overall, okay though. I would probably rate it like a 3 out of 5. But yeah, I think that's about all I got for tonight. I'm sleepy. Is there anybody streaming right now I can rate into before I go die? Which would load for me, I could see. Which does not want to load for me. Goodness gracious. Which is loading everything but my sidebar, which is the one thing I want to load. Alright, nobody I am following is streaming tonight. Let me check. Whatever. I'll just end the stream. I don't care. Nobody to read it to. But, yeah, that's about all for tonight. Apologies I missed last week. I have no excuse. Next week I'm planning on streaming on Friday instead of Saturday because I do have something Saturday night to attend to. So stream will be earlier on Friday, normal time though, 9 to 12. I will be out for a majority of the day tomorrow and Monday. If I am able to fit, or if I'm able to find the time to upload my VOD, then I will. If not, it will probably be done at some point later that week, or most likely after next week's stream ends when I realize I haven't uploaded my VODs and I'm scrambling. I'm still not sure if I've picked a game. I have a few smaller one-off games, like the 2 I played last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, that I might want to try and do. 2 weeks ago, I played Journey and Sunlight. Those were really good. Sunlight was interesting to say the least, but Journey was really good. I might see if I want to play more one-off games like those. Although if I ultimately decide on a new series, then of course I'll let you all know. I do have a few in mind that I want to play at some point. I don't know if I want to do it next, but I'll burn that bridge when I get there. But that's about all I got for tonight. I'm gonna go lay in bed and implode. But I hope you guys have a good rest of the night.